Episode 9 is all set and ready to bring a return of some legacy characters, the sequel trilogy characters, as well as 8 new characters by writer and director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one of the biggest concerns for, of course, Episode 9 is the fact that we are going to have so many characters into the overall plot of this movie. Like I say, not only do we have legacy characters and sequel characters, but we also have 8 brand new characters coming back by J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio in order to bring in new story elements. Now, looking past all of this, I wanted to focus in on the character of Rey. Now, we were introduced to Rey in The Force Awakens, and it seems as though that back then J.J. Abrams was really trying to set up an important lineage for the character. And now going into Episode 9, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set designs, the set leaks, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions. Specifically, a description of Rey walking throughout a corridor that seems to mimic the one on Cloud City when Luke fought Vader. She holds an ignited blue lightsaber walking in the shadows. In front of her is a figure that resembles Darth Vader that starts walking toward her. As the Vader figure nears, Rey takes a swing at it with her lightsaber, but it goes through Vader in a similar fashion to how Kylo's saber went through Luke's on the planet Crate. Rey turns around to only witness the Vader figure to continue walking and eventually fade into the fog. Now, the thing here is this. Now, they were going to do something very similar just like this in Star Wars Episode 7, except J.J. Abrams never got the chance to go ahead and film that, and it never made past the concept stage of, entering into the script and getting on film. Originally, Rey was actually supposed to witness the battle between father and son, both Luke and Vader, in Cloud City. Now, in this description for Episode 9, what really does raise my interest a whole lot more is how she's walking through a corridor that does seem to mimic that of Cloud City, right, on Bespin. Now, could this very well be J.J. Abrams' new attempt at incorporating a scene like how he originally intended in Episode 7, except putting it in Episode 9. Except why wouldn't Luke Skywalker be present in that scene is a question open on the table for discussion. Now, the fact that she takes a lightsaber and swings at Vader and it goes right through him, this obviously tells us that this is indeed a vision that Rey is going through. And it seems as though that they are just trying to keep that format in Episode 9, because that, from the very start in The Force Awakens, became the foundation of our characters, Rey, Kylo Ren, Luke Skywalker, by use of flashbacks as a way of telling elements of the past, just not by using dialogue, but also by using visuals. So, with that being said, we do know that J.J. Abrams, in his form of visions, were through the form of touching a certain object. For Rian Johnson, he actually made the visions as a way of just doing it for the audience in a traditional fashion. And then in Episode 9, it seems as though that both JJ and Chris Terrio are trying to do it the same exact way that they did it in The Force Awakens, perhaps, where maybe Rey touches the Skywalker lightsaber once again in a different way, and she gets sucked into a Force-back vision once again, learning more about the past of Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. Now, would any of this even be relevant to the character of Rey by seeing a vision of Darth Vader approaching her indirectly and seeing a moment in the past, quite possibly? Maybe this is in Vader's castle for all we know. It could absolutely be. But the fact that the Vader figure comes near her and she takes a swing at him and attacks Darth Vader, even though he's not really there, to me is pretty frightening. I mean, could you imagine, witnessing that yourself, having the Vader figure come toward you? And that's another question for sure. We do know that Rey has a lot of knowledge about Darth Vader. Does she really know what he looks like? Sure, she entered Kylo Ren's mind and she learned about Darth Vader then and all of that, right? But does she really truly know exactly what Darth Vader looks like? And that's another mysterious element for the character of Rey for sure. So the whole concept of visions, I know a lot of you guys are kind of half and half on that. Some people say they love the visions and the flashback concepts. Other people say that it's a disgrace to the Star Wars franchise and just doesn't fit into the sequel trilogy or Star Wars at all as a format. It just doesn't work with some people, and that's perfectly fine and okay and all. To me, I like the visions when they're used sparingly, and if they're used as a way of serving a purpose to the overall plot of the film. In this case, it would definitely kind of give you a sense of Rey learning more about the character of Darth Vader, hence being him the inspirational piece of Kylo Ren. Maybe Rey is trying to learn more about Vader and understanding of why Luke's father turned to the dark side, and treat that as an example, quite possibly, as to why Kylo Ren turned. And if you look at everything else here, we do know that Rey is a character, very mysterious. We don't really know too much about her past. Flashbacks in general, I think, are kind of interesting, because you really can't tell everything in one big movie. So if you tell it in short bursts, that's the way to go. I kind of like the Godfather Part 2 format. If JJ decided to go through with that format, I would be very much okay with that, because not only would that be an opportunity to show that Luke Skywalker is alive, though not in present time, sadly, it would be a way for him to show us past elements of Luke Skywalker. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about all of this below in the comments section, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.